Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next installment of our Android tip calculator app, our tutorial. Okay, so let's continue with where we left off. We notice right now that the app is pressing on the edges of the screen, and it'd be nice to have a bit of a border, so let's make a border. Select the scroll view, and scroll down in the properties window, and find padding. Let's give it padding of 10 dB. And that, I think, looks a lot nicer. So a DP, what is DP? DP stands for Density Independent Pixel. A Density Independent Pixel is a pixel that Android will adjust in size based on the resolution of the device your user is using. So if you just use a regular pixel, what this app will look like will vary based on how large the resolution of your target device is. If you use density-independent pixels, Android will automatically adjust the UI so that it looks roughly the same across all devices. So pretty much in every case, you're going to want to use DP over PX, which stands for pixel, because DP is always better pretty much. Okay, next, there's two lines of code that we have to copy from my website, or you can type them out, but it's a lot easier to just copy. So right here, I'll zoom in for you in Eclipse. Let's go into the scroll view in XML, and let's go ahead and paste it, and then I'll explain. Oh, sorry, won't paste it there. We'll paste it here. Okay, so what is this? These two lines of code define the namespace for the XML language that we're using throughout the rest of the document. So basically, for every XML layout document you have, you're going to want to have these two lines of code as the first two lines. And they're going to go in the first code block, in this case, a scroll view that you have. And I won't go into what a namespace is or exactly what it does, it's just something that you're always going to have. And it basically tells the document, or it tells Android that this document is written according to the rules that are found here and here. Essentially, that's what it means. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go on and, I don't know, look at our plan or something. Okay, so there's a line here, which serves no purpose except it looks nice. So let's add a line. Now, sadly, there's actually no easy way to add a line in Android. It's really kind of sad, but you have to do it in a roundabout sort of way. So let me show you how to add a line. We're on table row 3. Of main table. Let's add a text field. No, sorry, let's add a text view. And it can just be a regular text view. Put it in table 3. Let's go in there and let us change the text. Oh, sorry, we're doing it in the graphical layout, aren't we? Alright, let's change the text to nothing, or make it empty. So now it's just empty text. Now find the where is it? Find the the background property. And it's right here, background. And give it a value of number sign 000. Now that's the hexadecimal value for the color black, and we want a black line. So that's what we have. So far it's not so great, so let's improve it. It's way too thick, so let's change the height. So find the height property and change it to 1 dB. Again, density independent pixel. Looks nice, looks good. Let's go ahead and expand it though. Oh, you know what? I didn't explain what exactly the padding property is. So we added padding to the scroll view, and it's basically empty space between the edges or the border of the view and the content inside the view. So if that was not obvious, that's what it is. Okay, let's go back to this. Go back to the text view, or the line. And okay, so now we have a problem. It only covers the first column. We want it to cover all three columns. So go into the XML. I don't think you can do this in the graphic layout tab, but you might. Anyway, we're going to do it in the XML. Type the following lines of code, or just the following line. One line. Layout, or Android : layout underscore SPAN equals 3. Let's take a look. So, as you can see, what the span variable or property does is it tells Android how many columns this view takes up. By default, it only takes up 1. We want it to take up 3, so that's what we set it to. So now it goes across all 3. For aesthetic reasons, maybe we want to make sure that this doesn't go all the way to the edge of the table. Maybe we want it to only go up to, or leave a pretty big space here to make it look a little nicer. So how do we do that? We could, you would think we could use padding like we did for the outline here, or the border for the scroll view. But if we actually tried that, where's padding? Here it is. 10 dp. Nothing actually happens. Why? Because padding... Okay, I'll show you what we're supposed to do first, and then I'll explain the difference. We need to change margins, so let's change the margins. Let's put 25 dp on the left side, and 25 dp on the right side. Oh shoot, I'm changing the scroll view properties. I keep doing this. Sorry, make sure you have the proper view selected. So 25 dp on the left and right. Oh, sorry, my Eclipse is bugging out on me. Not sure what's going on. Okay, I'm having some trouble with Eclipse, so I'm just going to do it in XML. Margin left, also 25 dp. So that pushed the sides in for the line, and then let's do the top and... Wow, I don't know what's going on here. Top and bottom. And we'll just give it a small cushion of space at 3 dp. Okay. Oh, darn it. It's changing the properties for this scroll view again. Let's go back here. Top, 3 dp. Bottom, 3 dp. Okay. Right then. So now we have a nice line with a cushion of space around it. So you might be wondering, okay, let's talk about what exactly we did. So instead of creating a line conventionally, what we actually had to do, because Android is, like all things, imperfect, we had to make another row and make it a text view, but with no text in it. And then we changed the background color of that view to black, and then we made it so that it was only 1 dp thick, and then we made it span across 3 columns. So this is actually a text view, not a line, but it looks like a line, so that's good enough for us. But at this point you may be wondering, what is the difference between padding and margin? So up here in scroll view we used padding to create this space, whereas down here we used margin because we had to. So I have an infographic for that. The margins are pink, the paddings are green. Here we have a, let's call it a parent view that is a scroll view, and then 2 table views inside of it, view 1 and view 2. The padding, and then inside of the table of views we have a row, which is this blue box here. So the margins are the spaces in between the actual views on the outside the borders, and the padding refers to the space that is between the border of the view and the content that it contains. So the padding is the space on the inside of the border, and the margins are the spaces on the outside of the border of the view. And the reason we couldn't use padding for our line was because if we increase the space here, again green is padding, so if we increase the space here, that's still, the padding space right here is still part of the background. And since we set the background to black, no matter how much we increase the screen space, the whole thing is still going to be black. So hopefully that made sense, since we had to change the margins and set the padding. So that's what the difference is. So we created a line, and I think that's all we're going to manage to do in this one. We're going to go ahead and cut and make a new video, so give me a sec.